Walk past the velvet rope of a VIP room in Macau, and you expect a very specific atmosphere. The air smells of expensive cigars, crystal glasses clink, and the minimum bet at the table is often more than an average annual salary. You expect to see tech moguls and executives occupying these seats. But tucked away at a blackjack table in one of the city's most exclusive properties sat a teenager who looked like he belonged in a high school math class. This animation shows how traditional advantage play works. Players track a deck by keeping a mental ratio of high-value cards to low-value cards left in the shoe. When the ratio is high, they bet heavy. Casinos deploy automated mechanical shufflers specifically to defeat this. By constantly returning dealt cards into a machine that immediately re-randomizes the deck, tracking that ratio becomes mathematically impossible. Yet this teenager wasn't displaying any typical counting behavior. He wasn't tracking the cards, he wasn't sweating, his eyes barely followed the dealer. He was completely relaxed. He was winning because the shuffler is a computer. Computers are deterministic machines. They require a specific set of logical rules or algorithms to function. Because these algorithms follow a fixed mathematical path, the machine cannot produce true randomness. It can only produce a repeating sequence. Because automated shufflers rely on code to operate, they are bound by strict logic. The software tells the physical tracks and rollers exactly where to place each card. Look at the schematic. If software always directs the 10th card to the first position and the 4th to the 20th, the shuffling becomes a set script. Watch it run, and those rigid loops reveal the machine's internal logic. By engineering a device specifically to defeat human memory, the casino manufacturers built a highly trackable sequence directly into the hardware. This teenager was a chess grandmaster. A mind trained at that level views the entire world through patterns and branching decision trees, seeing thousands of potential future outputs based on a single input. To a grandmaster, the automated shuffler was a chess puzzle. It was a problem with a finite set of rules and a logical solution. Applying a brutal, systematic algorithm to the way the machine processed the deck, he solved the shuffler sequence. He knew exactly when the high-value cards were hitting the felt before the dealer's fingers even touched the plastic. He drained millions of dollars from the house over a period of weeks, and he did it without breaking a single traditional gaming regulation. Complex software architecture creates blind spots. When a company relies entirely on internal logic for security, analytical adversaries will map and exploit those patterns. But he forgot one of the core principles of his own game. In chess, predictability is fatal. If your opponent knows exactly what you are going to do, you lose. The casino's eye-in-the-sky security team acts as an opposing grandmaster, except they don't map mathematical sequences, they map human behavioral systems. Typically, surveillance hunts for the physical stress markers of a card counter, like nervous sweating, rapid eye movement scanning the discards, or sudden aggressive betting spikes. Since the prodigy exhibited zero traditional tells, security widened their lens. They stopped looking at his individual hands and started analyzing his broader physical movements over days of play. The human brain consumes a massive amount of energy running high-level predictive math. To compensate for that intense mental load, the physical body automates everything else, defaulting to rigid, unconscious habits. The grandmaster's mistake was a simple beverage. Every single time he sat down, and at precise, regimented intervals throughout his play, he ordered the exact same specific drink. Look at this timeline charting his scattered winning sessions. By maintaining an incredibly tight physical routine, he left a digital fingerprint on the casino floor. The drink orders connected his separate sessions into a single, obvious pattern. This exposed him as a systematic threat. When security ultimately stepped in, they swept him for hidden electronics and earpieces. They found nothing. They were just dealing with a disciplined mind that outprocessed their hardware. A superior intellect can decode the mathematical flaws in a machine. But the final vulnerability in any system is the operator. We simply cannot stop ourselves from falling into predictable routines.